Hello everybody, this is Albert with Green Tea House. I hope you're doing well today. Today we're going to answer the question, what do you give a tea lover as a gift when you yourself know nothing about tea? Now before we begin, if you haven't been here, come visit us here in New Braunfels, Texas at the Green Tea House. We'd love to meet you. Also subscribe and hit the notification bell if you haven't done so already so these episodes come fresh to you, and post a comment. So we do get people that come in here who are like, they're honest, they're like, I drink coffee, I know nothing about tea, my sister slash niece slash friend slash whoever loves tea, I want to get her a gift, mail it to her, I want to give it to her as a gift, some bridal party, shower, or wedding shower, whatever. What do I get them? And they know nothing about tea. Now, this is a difficult question to answer on many levels because I don't know this person, right? So the person coming in knows that their friend or sibling or relative, whatever, likes tea. They don't know normally how much they like tea. Do they like tea bag tea, loose leaf tea? Do they like a certain category of tea? Are they more into herbals? They don't know, it's just like, that they like tea. And then the person coming in doesn't really know anything about tea or knows what that sibling slash friend likes. So it's not like they come in like, my friend loves green tea. What green teas do you have? Okay, well that narrows it down. But if they're like, my friend, I just want to get him some tea, I know nothing about tea, tell me what to get. This is hard. This is hard for any tea curator because look, I mean, we've just opened not that long ago. I know this video is probably coming out after a year we've been open, even though I'm recording this in September. You go to a tea place, retail tea, whatever, they could have over 100 different teas. Here we have 50 different teas and herbals, but it's difficult. So what would I tell a person who comes in saying that? I'm drinking Essentia here. You can go one of two routes. One is you could give them the advice of just get well-known teas. Jasmine green, Indian chai, get them an herbal like cinnamon, get them chamomile. You could do that, or you could do the other option, which is get them the weirdest teas they would ever have. So like over here on the table, like licorice root, strange taste. We have an episode on it. It's really good for your throat when you have a sore throat and whatnot, but it's a very weird herbal tisane. It's really tisane, it's a root, because the head note, the body note, the tail note all taste different. And if you don't know what that means, those three things are those three notes. I'll make sure I put a banner up here for it. But it's a weird one. So if I want to go, okay, let's go crazy. Let's get him a pu'er. Let's get him a yellow. Let's get him genmaicha. Let's get him licorice root. Let's give him just strange stuff they've never had before. Then it's a poor reflection on you, because if you give it to your friend who loves tea, and remember, you know nothing really about whether they like tea, you give them all these weird things. They're like, what is this stuff? This stuff is weird. what? Or you get them loose leaf tea and they don't even have an infuser, right? So you don't even give them the gift of the infuser. So hint to you, please give them an infuser unless you know for sure they have an infuser, because lots of times, again, there's not a lot of information here between the one who's buying it and the person they want to buy it for. You might make the assumption that they love tea, but maybe they've been drinking tea bags their whole life. And so now you got them a bunch of loose leaf tea, and now they have nothing to infuse it in. So I would tell you to at least get a snap infuser, if not a better infuser or something that allows the leaves to expand. So what would I tell somebody? Well, I would tell them, okay, what's your budget? Because theoretically you could get, bags of every tea, right? Just inundate your friends with pounds of tea. But I would first ask, what's your budget? I would probably tell you, do the starter 6. The starter 6 is something that I came up with probably in July, because people would come in kind of lost, and I'm like, okay, well let's help people out. So the starter 6 is small pouches. Our small pouches are about $6, depending on the tea, but most of them range $5 to $7. And you get about 10 to 15 teaspoons, depending on how heaping you make the teaspoons. But the starter 6 is we pick one tea from each of the 6 categories of tea. If you're not familiar with the 6 families that come from tea, here's a graphic. So we give them a gunpowder green, we give them white peony, we give them our yellow tea, we give them magnolia oolong, which is the lightly oxidized oolong. We get them first flush Darjeeling, which is the champagne of teas. Darjeelings are amazing. It's a light black. And then we give them pu'er, just straight up pu'er, none of the blends. And so the good thing about getting somebody a starter 6 is, you average these out, we discount them 10%, so they're like $30. It's a $30 gift. You don't want to be too cheap and giving your friend like, here's a $6 gift. But also you don't want to spend maybe a lot of money on it. So it's certainly, I think, price reasonable because you're giving your friend, 15 times 6, what is that, 90? You're giving a 90 teaspoons for $30. It's a pretty good rate. But more importantly, they like tea, but you don't really know what they like. So this kind of appeases everybody because let's say they like tea, but they've historically only drank black tea. Well, they're going to get a black tea. Or if they like green tea, they're going to get a green tea. But more importantly, your friend likes tea. So your friend maybe, kind of like sometimes, we have to give our friends a kick in the butt to explore things or pursue new things. This gives them the opportunity because they're like, I love black tea. I've always been drinking black tea my whole life. What's this pu'er? What's this yellow? Let me try it. Oh my God, this is amazing. Or, I don't like this. So you're giving them something that they know, but you're also allowing them to expand their horizons. And so now they're trying categories of tea they might not otherwise know. So in closing, what I would do is probably not get somebody a bunch of big bags. Again, if money is an issue here, get a bunch of small bags. So instead of getting, let's say, 3 big bags, which might be $40, depending which tea you get, anywhere from 40 to 50, for that same price, you could probably get 9 small bags. And so the whole goal is to maybe get some teas that they'll like Earl Grey or Indian Chai, one of these, but then you can use those other 3 or 4 small bags to give them different categories and different tisanes too that they've never tried. And I think that's probably the best approach if I had to give any advice on that. Guys, post in the comments, what kind of tea gifts have you gotten? What's the weirdest tea or herbal you've ever gotten? I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, take care and God bless.